Are you making the one that's on the sheet?
So I'm going to make the one that's thrown upside down. This is my lid of preference. So that is the ginger jar lid. And the schematic is a little bit off. It should be created like a small, thick bowl to start with, because you're going to trim a convexity on the top. And this one, there was enough material in the base to create this little knob, but normally I would throw a knob or add a knob or add a strap. And it just start of a what?
Butter bell?
I don't know what a butter bell is.
Like that's where we keep your butter in. You take a jar and put a little bit of water in it, and then you put your butter in.
Oh, that's right, I do. Yeah. I don't think I ever heard it called a butter bell. I love the idea of it being called a butter bell. Because I'm going to add a knob to it, I want the base to have some material in place. And so I'm pulling it out as a little fat rimmed bowl. I'm going to take these calipers and drop down one side, just one side. See how it's marking the beginning of the phalange? So right on that mark, I'm going to dissect the clay. Kind of like how you dissected the rim, the body of your pot, but in a converse direction. Again, where the important measurement is where the pot rests on the lip of the, where the lid rests on the lip of the pot down here. You need it to slip in. So that's not bad. It's a little loose. I can live with it. And this part will dry much more quickly than the body of the pot, so what I usually do is as soon as the lid comes free of the vat, I balance it on there and I enclose everything together at the same time. Okay, so now one last thing and we're done. And I promise you I won't take as much time ever again. So this is the third of the basic forms. It's just a conical form. I must have borrowed this bat from school because it is tight. Thank you. And so very quickly, if a cup is a pound, a lid is a half a pound, the spout is a little bit less even than that. It's hard to make something out of nothing, so you might want to give yourself a little extra. You can always cut it down. So I'm going to open, this will be the spout. And there are lots of ways of doing a spout. We'll talk about two because we'll do a spout on a pitcher. There are lots of ways of doing it. This is just the way I do it. I'm going to open it up to the wheel head so it's hollow. I'm going to open it up so it's open and open. And now I'm going to raise it up using the claw and with a lot of pressure toward the inside.
She's making a spout in a teapot.
Angelique, do you know where Wendy is today?
She had another
Appointment for her husband.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I'm just gathering the material, same story, gathering material from the bottom, never allowing it to go straight up, but always asking it to go in. I want it to be as thin as the pot that it's going on, so I'm making sure to thin it. And now I'm going to show you the last really significant, I don't know if it's the last, significant gesture in potting, and that is how to collar. So my middle fingers are rolled over, my index fingers are resting on them. My thumbs are touching, so my thumbs are 1 point of pressure, 2, 3. I'm going to apply them all on the same plane. It serves no purpose to have them misaligned. On a lubricated surface, and I'm going to shape this spout a little bit. And I think that you can see if you put an ovoid base, you can add this next, leave enough material to add something like this, and you begin to have a, a bottle. Yeah. A bottle or a vase. You can see it's narrowing in. What it's doing is thickening and compressing upon itself. So it's a mess in there. You have to go in and straighten it up, just as if you were throwing a cylinder. Lift it up evenly. And if you want it narrower, repeat the gesture. Remember, it will shrink, so you have to allow for enough of an opening for it to be glazed and for the clay to shrink. Okay. Everything looks so clunky today. Here, one more, good. And you can see this is the bottom of a goblet. This could be the bottom of a goblet or a candlestick. It has lots of application. It's seldom just a form in itself, but usually is used in conjunction with other forms. And it's just a very dominant outside hand, always driving the clay towards the center, never allowing it to. Some people like to put a little end like that. I like to cut the end when the pot is in place at an angle, and I like to, at this point, just my personal preference, reach in and pull it over. And then this would go, pull it over and tear it. pull it over, and I would cut it off. I can show you. Knowing where. And I would do this with a fettling knife normally. Okay, why should you be any different than everything that's happened today? And then this will dry exceedingly fast. If you don't do this today, we will still be able to make a spout next week and put it in place, because it's totally hollow. It is totally, oh, that's terrible. It looks like an elephant's trunk.
I was going to say that when you were making it.
Oh dear. Okay, I can fix that. I don't have, the nice thing is you don't have to live with something that's awful. I will say that what I normally do is I will take the lid and flip it onto the pot, and I'll balance the spout on top of that and dry everything together in a bag. And so we'll see how well that works next week. And I will discharge you to go to work, or you can watch me make a better one of these.